Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Bakari So Real back again with a So Real trading video. Today is day 72, and you know what we about to do, man. We about to get straight to it. We're talking about XRP and the price action analysis on XRP. Hey, I want you guys to know that this is just my biased opinion. Everything I share with you today is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Nothing I say is guaranteed, and you can take losses in trading. All right. But listen up, man. You see what we got here on the chart, man. We were just talking about how the weekly time frame, this is the daily time frame, but we're just talking about how the weekly time frame had closed below 99. I know you guys see my previous videos, and I know I was sounding bearish. I know I was sounding bearish, but look what just happened in the last 2 days. In the last 2 days, I said, in order for me to be convinced that we are going back up, I would need to see us cross back above 115, and we did. I'm not fully convinced yet because we still haven't crossed back above 150. But the way these two daily candlesticks look, it's looking like we have that potential to cross above 150. I'm not saying I'm completely bullish all over again. I'm not saying that the bull run is going to happen, but let me go ahead and just show you guys what I think might take place. And I know I also have been talking about how we might not see an all-time high before coming down to the bottom, but I might be wrong, and there might be time. This might be a time to call an adjustment. This might be time to call an audible and run a better play. Okay, so look, um, we officially crossed above 115. We got an official daily candlestick above 115, right? We crossed above 150 and we keep having these powerful candlesticks like this. This is a monthly time frame. This is these squares are monthly time frame squares, and these squares are squares that I replicated from a previous square from XRP, right? So this isn't like a made up size. This is an actual breakout size of an actual month of a previous month of XRP. So this is something that XRP has done. These squares are moves, are sizes that have already been done. And what I did is I just copied the size into a square. And so this is what each month can look like, or this is what time frame could look like, or size can look like, whatever you want to say, right? So it is possible now that I did this, it is possible that we could see all-time high before the end of the year. All right. Hey man, if you're new to this channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you've been watching my previous videos, shout out to you, man. We're only getting better. It's day 72. And as you see, as I move out to the weekly time frame, this is from the monthly time frame, these squares, but you see the weekly time frames, you can see how they move, how these sizes aren't random. Like, you know what I mean? Like this can actually happen. Like we actually can move up like this and then move up like this and then start turning around to hit that to come back down to that bottom, which would be around by next year, right? 2027 starts right here. October is right here, right? So boom. Um, and look at the weekly candlestick. Look at this one weekly candlestick right here for the week. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are hearing it from me right now from Bakari So Real of where we're at, where I think we're going, right? We're gonna be following this. We're gonna be monitoring this. Like I said, I could be wrong. Nothing is guaranteed, right? We know the overall play is that we have to come back down to around 35 cents, 27 cents, right? Um, that's the overall play. But why not? If you could catch some profits during this time being during the pump and dump, why not? Another bullish thing I want to talk about is I don't usually go into politics. I rarely ever go into politics during this 450-day challenge. But one thing that is obvious on what just took place was that Donald Trump announcement, that Donald Trump hearing where Brad Garlinghouse was standing right there next to him, the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, was standing right there next to Donald Trump in that announcement, in that crypto hearing, where he was talking about crypto, talking about the U.S. investing in crypto, talking about the U.S. moving crypto to a bigger expansion, expanding, um, just a lot of good things. I'm still not going to talk about it. I'm still not going to get all into the politics, but those signs were obvious signs of bullishness. And then when you go back to the price action, which I pay attention to the price action, you see what that weekly candlestick did. You see what that weekly candlestick did. And it would just make sense. At first it didn't, at first it wasn't going to make sense, but now it's starting to make sense on how we could easily pump here. And because these sizes aren't random sizes, now I'm gonna zoom out to the monthly time frame so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Boom. So what I did is I replicated, I didn't even replicate this size of what happened last year in or 2024 in November. I didn't even replicate that size because our monthly candlestick, a monthly candlestick can go as high, can go as far big as this one. The monthly candlestick that I replicated was this one over here in the month of January. I replicated this January candlestick right here, right after we had this drop. This January candlestick is the monthly candlestick that I replicated. And so I just replicated two of them going up and four of them going down. You get what I'm saying? So we can even move further like that. We can have bigger sizes like that, you know? Um, but I don't think what now that we're talking about this, like I don't know if we'll hit $10 before hitting the bottom, but it's definitely looking like $5, $6 XRP is on the come up. It's definitely looking like $5, $6 XRP on this is on the come up. And you see what this got me doing? This got me out my shirt. This got me out my shirt, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like this got me out my shirt. You know what I'm saying? This got me showing skin. You know, this got me showing muscle. You know, that's how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling. I didn't even replicate this size monthly candlestick, the one that happened in December 2017. I didn't replicate that one, you know? Um, but yeah, man. Now, okay, so boom. So all right, so boom. Day 72, you got Bakari So Real telling you, look, we broke back above 115. So boom. So if you guys aren't in buys, I would hop in buys and I will put a sell stop loss below $1, 99 cents, 95 cents, and let this thing ride. And we're gonna monitor this on a daily basis. And what we're gonna do is you can even add more, bro. Everybody watching my video should be making money, bro. Everybody watching my video should be making money. I'm in profits right now. Boom. So we break above here, this daily time frame. Okay, so short term time frame. I'm gonna go over short term. I just went over long term. I'm gonna go over short term and then I'm gonna go over some the crypto bubbles, like the percentages on other cryptos that are rising this week. But for short term on the daily, we know today's Thursday. We know Friday's coming, right? The weekly close is coming. Um, what can happen is we could come back down and retest 115. We can come back down and retest 115. That's why you guys have to have your stop losses down here at 98, 95. We could come back down and retest 115 and then bounce up, right? If we come back down, retest 115, you want to look for change of character, you want to look for reversal, bounce up. I don't want to go into how to dollar cost average. I don't want to go into how to add more positions yet. I don't think it's that time yet. I think it's time for you to just add a couple positions right now, put your stop loss below $1 and let this thing go for the rest of the week. And then as we get into next week on the daily time frames, we'll see what's happening. If I'm right about this, we should continue going up every other day. Every other day should be bullish if I'm right about this, because there's always going to be at least 1 to 2 red bearish days in the market each week. So if I'm right about this, that means every other day should be green and every other day should be small red. So we should be seeing small red, big greens, small red, big greens. You get what I'm saying? That's how we should be doing it. So when we get those small red ones, those are like the pullbacks, corrections, retracements, um, liquidity grabs, all that stuff, right? And then we get those big greens, those are breakouts, expansions. all of that, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's that for XRP, man. We don't want to get too much into it, man. We want to stay calm, want to stay calm, collective, we want to stay sharp. This is a 450-day challenge. All right. We want to stay sharp. We want to stay focused. It's not the time to start thinking too much, doing too much, saying too much. Okay. Got to stay calm. All right. So boom, we're going to crypto bubbles. We're looking at crypto bubbles right now. Um, and we see XRP is at 12.2%. XRP is at 12.2%. For the first time in a while, we got XRP with one of the biggest increases for the day. If we go for the week, which the week is almost over, XRP is up 25%. It's up there with some of these other coins like BTW, Bitway 60%, Pump 29%, Hex 54%. These coins, no offense, do not have a important use case that is as important as XRP. You get what I'm saying? The use cases are not as important as XRP. All right. So we got Dogecoin 13%, Solana 14, ICP 9%. Like everything is green. Everything is green for the most part. Chainlink 19%. Shiba Inu is up 10%. Get what I'm saying? H bar 11%. All right. So yeah, man. So that's the crypto bubbles, man. That's XRP, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, man. I'm gonna see you guys on day 73. I'm out. Peace.